A Northeast Wisconsin doctor is sharing her life-saving skills, not just here in Green Bay, but across the world in places like Bolivia, teaching doctors there how to perform minimally invasive surgery that patients here in Green Bay might take for granted if they ever end up in an operating room. I'm NBC 26 Today's McLeod Hageman in downtown Green Bay, catching up with Dr. Erin Stevens before her trip to Bolivia this weekend.
This is from our first trip to Bolivia. It's actually one of the only pictures I have of myself operating.
Gynecologic oncologist Erin Stevens has been sharing her surgical expertise through Solidarity Bridge, a partnership of doctors dedicated to teaching other medical professionals in underserved regions like Bolivia life-saving procedures that many American cancer patients might take for granted.
I get to go down there and teach them the techniques they need that they can build on year after year. So this will be my fourth year. I'm really excited to see where they've come.
It's Solidarity Bridge's 25th year, and Dr. Stevens says she's looking forward to gifting the surgeons in Bolivia a laparoscopic training box like the one she used to learn minimally invasive surgery, also known as keyhole surgery, years ago.
So these are all set up in the same places we would put ports for surgery so that they're able to, get used to the hand motions, get used to the arm motions, get used to the position you need to be in the operating room. And that's so huge to get used to these motions because they're not inherently normal motions for patients or for surgeons to use. You're twisting your wrist, you're grabbing things, you're pulling, but you're doing it with a really long extender at the end of everything that you're operating with.
Dr. Stevens says after cheering on the Packers Sunday at Lambeau, she's boarding a plane for Chicago, flying to Bolivia, and then traveling to Sucre, a city in the country's southern highlands, where she's already scheduled to perform 9 potentially life-saving surgeries, which doctors there will shadow and learn from.
Being able to watch a team of surgeons go from learning surgical skills to being able to perform the surgery proficiently by themselves has been a really exciting thing.
Dr. Stevens adds the language barrier and lack of resources she takes for granted in a Green Bay operating room make the week-long trip a challenge.
Thankfully, us as humans are the same on the inside, regardless of where we are. And so there's a little bit of magic every time you put the laparoscope in and you take a deep breath and you go, it all looks the same.
Dr. Stevens says she pays for her own way to Bolivia, but she has elected to become a bridge builder this time around. So if you'd like to help with some of those medical costs for supplies as she heads to Sucre, you can definitely do that. I have posted a link over on our website. That's NBC26.com. You can also follow along on her journey. Reporting from downtown Green Bay, McLeod Hageman, NBC 26.